All right, today we're gonna talk about my 3 things that I've been doing recently to help be more productive in the morning. Your morning sets the tone for your day. You ever have those days where like go through your morning routine, everything feels good, and then you just kind of know that you're gonna have a good day? Well, if you know that, if you can follow these tips and you do these every day and start off your day really good, then you'll in turn start having more good days. My first tip to be more productive during the day, stay away from your phone as long as possible. If you wake up and the first thing you do is you turn off your alarm to just hop on your phone and then start scrolling through Instagram, TikTok. We wake up to all these notifications on our phones, and it's so easy to lose 10, 20, 30 minutes of your morning to just being passive. That's a big thing, is to not be passive. Take action and start doing things to start waking your body up. And this goes in with my second tip, get moving. Action creates more action, and inaction creates more inaction. If you're ever sitting on the couch watching Netflix or on your phone watching a YouTube video, TikTok videos, it's really hard to like stop scrolling or stop watching whatever you're watching and to finally do something productive. Like, it's really hard to get back in the groove of things. If you start off proactive and you wake up and you make your bed and you brush your teeth and you go make breakfast and you take your dog for a walk, have a journal, write down your top 3 things that you want to have done in the mornings. Something that I really recommend. I just started doing this and it's helped me a lot. Journaling. I actually have 3 different journals. I have one journal that's my book journal. In my book journal, when I finish a book or like while I'm reading a book, any like key points or things that really stick with me, I'll write down in this journal. So I have it forever, and by the time I've read enough books to fill up that journal is gonna be like liquid gold. And I don't have to go back and read through the entire book to like remind myself of the things that I learned from it. I just have it all right there in my journal, and it's just easier to go back and to recall things. So that's my first journal. And then my second journal is more of like a planner. So I'll write down my goals for the day, my things I want to get done, some secondary things. There's a top 3 things, which is really beneficial. If you write down at the beginning of the day or like the night before, if you write down your top 3 things, you make a list of your top 3 things that you want to get done today or tomorrow, whenever you write it. It's really helpful, and it makes it, when you put it on paper, it makes it easier to see it, and when you see it, it's easier to get things done. It's easier for your brain to process. And then if you can get those 3 things done, your biggest task, if you can get those 3 things done, then that's a pretty successful day. That's 3 things that got you better today than you were yesterday. My third journal is like a mind dump. At the end of the day, I'll go into this journal and then I'll write out how I was feeling, what things worked, what things didn't work. If I got into some kind of bad mood or something, I'll write about why I think it happened, how I can avoid it the next time. When you start journaling, you start noticing patterns with yourself, and you can notice if you don't like that pattern. When you write it down, you notice it, and so you can figure out ways to try to avoid it. So that's why I really like doing like kind of a mind dump at the end of the day. It's like a check-in with yourself. My third tip for being really productive in the mornings is trying the Pomodoro technique. What that is basically, in a nutshell, say you have a task that you really want to get done. The best way to go about it, this has been scientifically backed up. This is like the most effective way to be the most productive that you possibly can, is you take one task that you know you want to get done, that you're going to work on today, and just work on it for 25 minutes. Put your phone away, put all distractions away. You're all in on this task for 25 minutes. Then once that literally set a timer for 25 minutes. And then once that 25 minutes is up, you get a break. You take a 5-minute break. On this break, that doesn't mean you start scrolling on your phone. It doesn't mean you don't want to go back on your phone and start checking your notifications and stuff. Go get a snack, just take a second, take a breather, think about what's next, think about what your next task should be, digest everything that you just did in that task, figure out what needs to happen next. Try not to distract yourself, just take a mental break from that task, and then once that 5 minutes is up, then you do 25 minutes again of just laser focus on this one task. That really helps me a lot, especially with like my schoolwork and stuff, is when I know I really don't want to do something. If I can set out 2 to 3 hours of my day to just do this task and do the Pomodoro technique for 3 hours, it's so much more effective. And if I set out 3 hours to do it, a lot of times I'll get that done before the 3 hours. I'll get more done than like if I just kind of go into a blind and not as like methodical. Those are my 3 tips to help you be more productive in the morning. Hope you guys are enjoying these Monday motivations. Get after this week. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay blessed. I love you. Have an amazing day.